Good evening, everyone. Assuming that you are in the UK. If you're not in the UK, then it's either good afternoon, good morning. Since the weekend's awful result against Brentford at home and that shocking second half, Daniel Levy looks miserable. His wife is consoling him during the match. If anyone's seen the video clips of his wife tapping Daniel on the arm saying, it's going to be okay, Daniel. Fans are booing him. Protests are growing. Balloons on the pitch saying Levy out, Enoch out. The purple and gold until we're sold army, they're growing. And still no manager, still no football director. Just rumours and speculation and gossip, which we all know ends up pretty much leading to nowhere in the end, until the curveball announcement of a manager is made and we're all going to be, whoa, we never saw that coming. But what makes me laugh is the way pure speculation is just thrown out there for fans to just grab hold of and pretend that, yeah, good things are coming, guys. This new attempt at trying to build a data analytics team. I mean, it makes me laugh because people like Will Stewart on YouTube get bantered and taken the piss out of because he's the stats man and you can't judge football on the stats. What do you think data analytics is, guys? I think if anyone's been blasting Will Stewart for being the stats man, well then, if you're behind this apparent data analytics department that we're going to build, then you all need to start praising Will Stewart, because that's pretty much what he's been doing for the past 2-3 years on YouTube, when he uses stats to back up his opinions. That's what data analytics is. It's using stats to back up which player the club should buy, which players are underperforming, which players we need to get rid of. So, do you even believe that the club's going to do this? Apparently, again, speculation, because Brighton and Brentford are doing so well. No, it's because the club has got good managers who don't get fired if they have a bad season or if they lose a couple of games. It's because the pressure at those clubs and the weight of expectation is far less than at Spurs. It's because those clubs don't go through 6 managers in 4 years. It's because those clubs have got a plan and a direction. But hey, we're going to have data analytics at Tottenham now. We're going to win the league, right? And then there was another story that people were talking about. The appointment of Scott MUNN, and when he comes in, he's going to, take over the football operations. And how many times have we been here before? Baldini, Kamoli, Hitchin, Mitchell, Paratici, Arneson. Now we've got Scott MUNN. But he's different because he's a football chief officer, not a football director. Same shit, different name. But people are going to jump on that now and say, hurrah! Things are going in the right direction. Things are on the up. Scott MUNN, data analytics. It's the same story, repackaged and served up to loyal fans to buy into the next round of crap. Spurs are in the mud. Let's have it right. One argument that some people always put forward to me, oh, you want Levy out, but look where he's taken the club. Don't you remember where we were in the 90s? Yeah, finishing 8th and 9th. This is the 90s. Tell me what's gone forward. The last 5 years have been horrendous. If we're going to be judged as a club that is supposedly a top six, a big six club. But we forget these things. We pretend that we didn't say, but look where we were in the 90s compared to now. Nothing's changed. If you look at the previous 23 years before Enoch and Levy, the average league position, the average league finish was 8th. 23 years under Enoch and Levy, 6.4. We've moved up 1.5 places in 23 years. The average, the amount of times we finished in the top 4, the previous 23 years before Levy and Enoch, 5 times. Under Enoch and Levy, 6. Almost identical. And then if you look at the number of trophies won, 23 years before Levy and Enoch, we won 5 trophies. Under Levy and Enoch, 1. We've gone backwards. Top 4 finishes, trophies won, number of times we finished in the top 4. Nothing has changed at this club. But wait, look what they've done for us. Don't you remember where we were in the 90s? Great. Daniel Levy is not the man to change what has happened to Tottenham Hotspur. Daniel Levy is not the man to bring about the changes we want as fans, to make Spurs a regular, competitive football team that plays football the right way. Daniel Levy is not the man to be in charge of a football club. He's had 23 years to get it right. I read today that he's leaning on football experts to help him. Jose Mourinho, 30 years experience. Antonio Conte, 10 years experience. You had football experts. The reality is, their truth, you didn't want to accept. You've had football experts around you, Daniel. You just don't listen to them. So we're going to end up doing what? What are we going to do, Daniel? We're going to listen to experts that tell you what you want to hear. So-called yes men. And that's what Scott MUNN is all about. And whatever the next manager at Spurs is going to be, whoever he is, he'll be a yes man as well. Because people that tell the truth, the football experts, Daniel just doesn't want to hear it. Because the reality is, the way Daniel wants to build the club is not what the experts are telling him. Guys, I don't get sucked in by what I'm hearing. I don't buy the stories, and I certainly don't get sucked in. The time's up. The chairman needs to go. The board needs to step down or remove the chairman. He needs to be replaced with somebody else. And do I think Spurs are going in the right direction? No. I think Spurs are in for a lot of pain. And it's up to fans whether they want to accept it or not. And I think people owe Will Stewart an apology if they're going to start defending data analytics. And if you're on board with this alleged, speculative news story that Spurs are going to go down the data analytics route, and if you agree with that, then you all need to apologise to Will Stewart, because that's what he's been doing for the past 2-3 years. Guys, I wish you all the best. Chat soon.